How to enhance Ansible role development with best practices using Ansible-later. When it comes to developing Ansible role in a collaborative environment, adhering to coding and best practices is essential. It ensures that roles are reliable, maintainable, and minimizes troubleshooting time. Ansible-later is a valuable tool designed to serve as a best practice scanner and linting tool for Ansible resources. What is Ansible-later? Ansible-later focuses on providing a fast and user-friendly linting experience for Ansible role. While it may not offer the depth of analysis provided by some other tools like Ansible-lint, it serves as an excellent choice for quickly identifying and enforcing best practices within your Ansible codebase. To get started with Ansible-later, ensure that Ansible is installed on your system. You can install Ansible-later using pip with one of the optional dependency group, Ansible or Ansible core. And here is all the list of the rules that we can validate on the configuration. By default, the Ansible-later ships with configurations that are suitable for most users. However, customization is possible throughout the YAML configuration file or CLI option. The configuration option includes settings for custom Ansible module, variable formatting rule, allowed literal bools, and more. It follows a hierarchy for configuration with CLI option having the highest priority, allowing user flexibility in setting their preferences. Ansible-later comes with a set of built-in rules that cover various aspects of Ansible role development. Each rule has a unique ID and description, providing developers with detailed insight into potential issues. Welcome to my terminal. First of all, let's verify if Ansible-later is already installed in this system. As you can see, we get a command not found, which means that Ansible-later is not available in this system. The most easy way to install is via pip, the Python package manager, but I prefer to initialize a new virtual environment using pip-env. Let me set up the stage with Python 3 as a working profile. So in this case, I'm using Python 3.11.7. Secondly, let me use a pip-env install Ansible to initialize Ansible core and Ansible community package on the latest version available. In my case, this should be like 2.16.2. Under the hood, pip-env is taking care of downloading all the packages and setting up in the right order in my virtual environment. Okay, cool. Now we got the Ansible. We are ready to install Ansible-later. This step is actually not taking a lot of time because I was already downloading the file, and as you can see now the virtual environment is good to go, so I can connect to the shell using pip-env shell and take a look if Ansible and Ansible-later are ready to operate. First of all, let me verify the current version of Ansible using Ansible -- version, and as you can see I'm using Ansible core 2.16.2. That is the latest version available at the moment. Let me verify also Ansible-later. I'm using version 3.4.2, and now I'm good to go. The only things that I need is just one playbook to verify if it's correct or not. Just with this purpose, I was creating with my editor a very simple playbook meant to be run on localhost that trigger two different filters, one for uppercase and one for capitalized, a local variable, in my case the hello world text. This playbook is very simple and has only two tasks that display on the screen the output. As you can see, the most smart of you already noticed that I'm not using the latest conversion, I wasn't specifying the name for each task, I wasn't using the fully qualified domain name, and also I'm missing some header in the initialization. Let's see if Ansible-later catch up all these errors. Back on my terminal, let me list the content of the current directory. As you can see, there is a playbook file, and here's the output of the Ansible-later command. As you can see, it always pointed out line by line the mistake that I was doing. So I was missing some space, missing the header, and these are all the best practice that this tool is able to catch. Now we can capitalize on this and fix our playbook and be sure that it is more compliant to the Ansible best practices. I really like this type of tool because it really improves the quality of our code and also pointed up the good standard to follow. Thank you very much. Let's automate more. I think that this is one of the tools that you need to have in your toolbox to automate more your work.